should be live. Hello, everybody.
Awesome. Everyone, don't forget to congratulate Trym on his successful transition.
Seriously, just that easy for you, huh?
Yes. You stick the knife in, then you twist.
That's right. I can't even give you a half an opening because you'll just slip through. It's like, give you a finger, you take the hand. If I just give you a nail, you take the whole arm.
Exactly. And then I'll take the other arm as well,
Yeah.
just to make sure you can't use it again later.
The brutality of the Australians. That's what happens when you grow up with spiders, people.
Bloody spiders. That's the reason all Australians are trained on flamethrowers in high school.
Lovely. Man, flamethrowers are cool. So,
Yes,
today we're doing a little, I'm doing a little project I've been working on for longer than I care to admit, but, yeah, it's a thumbnail for a future video.
Yes. And why has that future video not happened yet, Trym?
Because there's this thing called time and being able to be available, you know, life stuff.
So what you're saying is that the video would have started already, but we're still waiting on the bloody thumbnail.
Yeah, yes. You know, I had to draw a studio, I had to draw some commissions, you know, life stuff. Also, was this thing called work, and sometimes I just get...
Sounds gay.
Yeah. I wish I didn't have to go to work, but hey, such is life. At least I have a job. What?
So you think.
Yeah.
Have you checked your emails lately?
Wait a minute, you're the one who did... Oh, never mind. Oh, boy. Hello, everyone. And Base Tape says, smash the like button right in its stupid, smushy face. Yeah, punch that like button. That like button, nobody likes them.
Spank that like button like a monkey.
Don't drink while Bezex talks.
Got him.
Ugh, you always get me. You're a danger and a hazard. It's almost as if you're making up for like old happenstances. Not that I know why. I mean, I'm a perfectly capable and normal person.
As an Australian, cutting wit is the only blade weapon I'm allowed.
Oh, that's sad because I'm allowed to have a knife. Bit too many rules in Norway, but at least we got something. Let's see.
Do you know what else you have? Sammy.
Yes. But at least they're an issue we can ignore. At least when the reindeers aren't walking all up in your face. Oh, to be honest, I'm just being... I'm being a bit...
Would you rather the reindeer or the people?
That purely depends on the situation, actually. I met a few Sami who just makes me think that, the reindeer...
Well, it is legal to eat reindeer.
Yes, exactly.
Keep that in mind.
And also, reindeer steak is fucking delicious, seriously. You haven't tried real meat until you've tried reindeer steak, dude. Jeebus.
Well, it's not exactly popular on the shelves here.
Nah. So if we ever have a Sultan's get-together in Norway, it looks like I have to stand for the cooking.
Trym, have you not put Discord in streamer mode again?
How did I do that?
So you go to user settings.
All right.
So that's the cog and down in the bottom left near your avatar.
Yes.
And then under app settings near the bottom of that is streamer mode.
Oh, there it is.
Yes. So enable it and then also click the button to automatically enable / disable.
There we go. Thank you.
Yes. And now you won't be sharing with everyone when someone posts something horrific in one of the channels on Discord.
Yeah, like, now that's, effed up. I know I already cursed, but I don't want to incur Susan's wrath already.
Teach Potato is sharing degenerate lefty fiction
Ew.
about Star Trek again.
Ew. Lefty should never.
But it's okay. it only appears to be Deep Space Nine, so it's fine.
Hmm. Only
It's
thing
not
I know
real
about
Star
Deep
Trek.
Space Nine is there is this pretty much cool interstellar war that happened through a wormhole.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I know. But then again, lefties shouldn't be allowed to get near anything cultural or entertain-wise because
Just anything in general.
actually, yeah, they shouldn't even
We
be
we,
allowed
we, we,
outside.
we, sh- we, we should give them the we should give them the communist commune that they desire. We should just lock them. We should just build a wall around California, ship all the lefties to California, and leave them there.
Yeah, and then we can start taking bets on how quickly it'll become North Korea.
No, I give it a weekend.
Wow, you got more faith in them than I do. It's like I'd give them half an afternoon.
Well, it'll. Well, no, they'll devolve into immediate total anarchy, kill and rape each other for a bit, then it'll turn into North Korea.
Oh, right. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm so used to them doing that I kind of already included that in the as a part of it. I didn't really think of it as a separate thing. You got a point there. So I'll give him 2 days. Maybe 3. Moose meat is my porn name, says not my bobcat. Not a bobcat. Ugh. In Norway, we call a moose elg. It's written ELG, but pronounced Norwegianly. Embrace the hurdy-gurdy. Like I have after enough pressure and 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 brainwashing, I have accepted the hurdy-gurdy. It's a thing, apparently. That's it. What do you think about the little grunt? Is it obvious what it's trying to do? Let's see. Uh-huh. Right, Bleach. No, that's called Californian. Also, welcome, Bleach.
Speaking of the abomination crime against humanity hate fiction of a beloved children's TV show,
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet, but
You really don't
Shad's
have to.
second channel has done a review.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not going to watch the bloody show. I might watch Shad rip it apart, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm not watching the bloody thing.
I mean,
yeah.
if what was if Willow turned him racist, how bad do you think Welma's gonna make him? Because Welma is, according to Arch, even fucking worse.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll call this abomination Welma. That way it's got nothing to do with it. Velma!
Welma.
You know, the sexy big titted bird with the pleated skirt and the glasses?
Yes, that's
From the
that's
movie in
Velma.
the
We're calling
2000s?
her Welma. This is Welma.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm just looking forward to like maybe in 10 or so years they'll stop this bullshit. But
I don't think they'll stop until they die out naturally or
yes, get
due
assisted.
to external action.
Yes, accidents, of course, accidents. Just loads of accidents.
Remember, when it's not calling for murder if you request that the law be changed first.
Yeah, like that one video we watched on Rumble. Like they're having an accident.
No, that's called having a coincidence, and we can't talk about those.
Coincidence. All right, all right. Oh, accidents. Yeah, that's another idea. Just it's a terrible thing when people are accidented to death.
Or they shoot themselves 3 times in the back of the head. Isn't that right, Hillary? Did you know that Trym has information that may lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton?
No. Can you please stop doing that? I'm tired of seeing the red dots fly over my apartment. The Empire had gone hard in 1947.
Yeah. I agree, but I don't think we can read that one on any YouTube channel.
No. Rumble, on the other hand, every Saturday. Not a Bobcat. As someone who used to be a Halo fan, I approve of this art. Thank you. I'm trying to actually honor the source material and the original idea. That and the disgusting self-insert of me and the Australian just doing what we just want to do to a certain, shall we say, what, line of work that shouldn't exist? Or at least not exist in its current capacity?
Now, if I don't respond to something, it's because I'm being drowned out by music.
It's alright.
Or you're being drowned out by music.
Besek is doing the thing called the eat-etting. Something thing. And it's something he apparently has to do whenever I send him one of my time lapses. Kind of weird, if you ask me.
Yes. It's still surprising enough that Trym managed to turn OBS on without burning his house down.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Changing topics.
Not a Bobcat likes my UNSC hat.
Yeah.
Do you want to show that to everyone?
This is a superior Master Chief helmet.
Yes.
No, Ardent, but still, keep your fetishes for yourself. I don't know what happened to that guy, but he's really interested in what happens with other men's buns and stuff like that.
Well, he's Canadian. What do you expect?
True, true.
Oh, well, I suppose it's better to have a butt fetish than a maid fetish in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, so much I wanted to talk shit about for Canada, but hey, we can't have fun now. It's against those laws.
Mm-hmm.
The Cuck Canuck disapproves.
Arden's gonna feel personally attacked on the string catches up to that. Monkey liked it. Monkey has good taste.
Yes, Monkey's a good boy. Whenever he
when
does.
it comes to jokes.
Yes. He has a few issues when it comes to, you know, pox and, you know.
Well, his sexual fetishes are questionable. Those butt babies, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, maybe he learned his lesson after it hospitalized his ass for a month.
Just his ass, though. The rest was okay and still around.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Just an assless monkey walking around, all sad and dejected. So what did I do that one?
That's the short edited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it need a time lapse because it's an awfully short fucking video.
Yeah, that's the one, wait, which one did you...
Ken Cock, as Bleach would call him.
Oh yeah, why not both? Or how short is it?
Yeah. It's only 3 minutes 40.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have 1 minute, then you have a 3 minutes 40. You can either extend the time of it, or you can just send it as it is. Why not? More
let's
videos.
see if I can. Let's see if I can find a decent piece of music for about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. That's a 3-minute 27 piece of music.
Hell yeah. Basic is effective. Hello, Disco. No, this isn't the gay
Disco.
pride stream. Monkey isn't here yet, or Arden.
Well, we keep inviting you, Disco, but you turn us down for alternative offers. Rainbow Butt Monkey, yeah. Based in chat.
Say hi to Based, everybody. Let's see. Hmm.
Yep. Based has confirmed. Rainbow Butt Monkey.
Nice. I'm glad you were honest with yourself, buddy. No longer have to live the lie. Yes, we are adults here, I swear.
Are we?
Theoretically, at least.
What kind of bullshit's this? I didn't sign up to be an adult.
Too bad.
I want to go back. I want to go back to that lovely time between 16 and 18, where I had no responsibilities, but could still get away with lots and lots of naughty things.
Ah, yes, the golden years.
Back when I didn't have taxes.
God, I miss those years.
Yeah, back in the golden years.
Yeah. They still had their own shit to deal with back then, but at least we were way too young to give an actual crap about them.
Disco says she's going to have more time for streaming soon. Woohoo!
Yes! Changes on the horizon! Woohoo!
Yes. Just in time for Trym to go back on the bike.
God damn it.
So, hopefully, once you come back, all the schedulers will align, even if we have to fucking burn down the IRS so that Bleach can have a week off.
You know, just, I'm not saying the IRS should be burned down, but, you know, if it happened, I wouldn't be crying into tears.
Well, I hear they need a new office for 87,000 weirdos.
Oh, I can't even say what I want to say.
No, I don't. Bleach doesn't work for the IRS. He gets fucked up the ass by the IRS.
Like every other good citizen of America.
Yep.
Maybe Bleach should become a politician. Get some bonuses.
Well, we'll just get Bleach registered as a priest of our new religion, worshipping John Moses Browning. Get him some tax breaks.
I mean, how many people do you need in order to become recognized as a religion again?
I don't know, but I reckon in the Sultans we've got enough.
Once again, it's time for one of Bleach's sermons. I'm not putting the Sultanate in Detroit before we've done some religious cleansing.
To be fair, I don't think they notice if we started if we just took over Detroit.
No, they would notice. The amount of deaths would suddenly drop after a week.
Yes, there'd be a small uptick, and then it'd drop to the lowest ever.
Yes, and then then the police and the politicians would actually dare walk in there and it's like, oh hey.
Oh no, the police and politicians would never dare walk into the Sultanate. No, Bobcat says this whole thing is just so Bears can get enough subs to start. I mean, a religion. And your point being,
I mean, it works for the socialists. Why can't it not work for us? I mean, it worked for Scientology. Why not for us?
Exactly. At least our patron saints, Browning, Colt, and Kalashnikov existed.
Yes. And our current patron saint, Henry Canwell, is still alive too, and he has a good message.
No, he needs to die first, so we can make sure he never does anything wrong.
So what about Christopher Lee then?
No.
It was cool.
Pyro Maxim, on the other hand, as Bleach suggests, yes.
Ah, that could work. Confessions on the left side of the helicopter. Socialism can be redeemed if you pay enough.
Well, paying enough might not save you in this world, but it'll absolve you of your sins in the second world.
That was kind of what I'm hinting to.
At least that's what we'll tell.
I was just trying to make it so they didn't realize what we were planning to do.
They're not very smart. They'll be fine.
Yeah, but
Marku says, don't forget Tyler Henry and Oliver Winchester.
Nice.
I do enjoy me a good Henry and a good Winchester.
Yes. No, officer, it's just a coincidence that every single one of our patron saints are makers of guns and firearms.
Well, no, it's no coincidence. That's the whole basis of this religion when you're not paying attention.
Oh, it is. I'm just trying to see what to do, what we have to say to the Democratic police officers until the Republicans take over.
Ardent says, sign outside Solid entrance. Trespassers will be violated. Survivors will be violated again.
Also, our daily prayer would just be to sing Keep Your Rifle by Your Side.
Have you heard the gospel of Bert?
Yes. Just fire a rifle in the air.
No. Gatling gun.
Okay, Gatling. Oh yeah. Now we're fucking talking. The High Priest will not say choice few words. Spin the fucking Gatling.
Saint Clouch and Prophet Kyle of the Rittenhouse.
Oh Lord.
Keep your rifle by your side.
Yes, every day. Oh, and concealed carry is both concealed and open carry will be a given. A demand.
No. Concealed carry will be allowed. Open carry will be mandatory.
There we go. But I'm talking when the people leave the compound. I mean the holy site and travel out of the world.
Oh, when they go on pilgrimage to convert the heathen as unbeliever.
Yes. Pilgrimage. Peacekeeping. Yes.
I mean, we've already got a modern day made up religion to copy.
Yeah.
The Mormons.
I mean, they ain't got the worst template to go by, that's a fucking certain.
Well, it was successful enough to get them tax exemption.
Yep.
And that's all that matters. And it's like all the Gospels of Eastwood and Wayne. glorious.
We would make the best fucking religion ever. Hands down.
The Warthog, a plane built for a minigun. No. The Warthog is not a plane built for a minigun. The Warthog is a minigun with wings and a jet engine strapped to it.
Which is the best way to, deal with a minigun, in my
Yes,
opinion.
which just makes it even better.
Yes, and the best part is that it was a washing machine company who made it.
Yes.
The
Hello,
minigun, at
Chris.
least. Hello, Chris.
It's okay. This time I can stay.
Yes, you can. I shall allow you to stay this time because I'm
Yes.
a gracious evil overlord. I'm benevolent.
No, but the funny thing is, I seriously watch like, are they live? Are they like in someone channel? No, they're not. So I can go. And Bezek was mean to me again.
Well,
No, I told you we love you, but now you need to fuck off.
Yeah, but you need to say you love me stronger, like louder.
yeah, but he's an
No.
Australian. He
That would be.
he tells you he
Bezek
loves you
never-
by insulting you. You know that, right?
I will never tell a lie.
Yeah, I know that for an Australian, you were pretty polite because you say we love you, but fuck off. Like
Yes.
normally there is not the we love you, but
Honestly, I was surprised over how polite he was yesterday. It's like, wow, he never talked to me like that.
Yes, but you're made of hardier stuff. You're
Yeah.
from the wild, woolly, colder north.
Yes.
are you telling me that I'm weak?
Unfortunate. Well, you're glorious people inbred with the surrender monkeys.
Not exactly.
It's a little bit. A little bit.
No.
Yeah, a bit.
You're
Yeah.
too
No,
close.
because-
You're too close by default, and that's already a minus.
Geographically, okay, it's okay, but for like ethnicity, no. If you remember, the Gaul people were like in different. Yeah, it's even in different ethnicity in the Gaul people, and there was the Belgian one, and yeah. We did.
Yeah,
an-
we're gonna need a DNA test. We need to see that. We need to see the true fatherland.
Oh.
Is it the one drop rule?
Nah,
Yes.
we're not socialists.
Chat's being awfully French. They're waving the French flag about.
Yeah. So
Can you hear the people shriek?
yeah. So is this the famous Halo drawing that you talked to me about?
Halo, yes.
Yes.
But hello, nice to meet you again.
Yes, I know.
Man, before I really understood what Halo was, again, I was
Don't bully them. Don't bully the man. It's not his fault that they taught him to speak a retarded language for 20 years.
yeah, but I was just gonna hint at like, before I knew what Halo was, because I grew up with Nintendo, so I came a bit late to the Halo party. Let's just say that. And when people ever talked about Halo, they pronounced it in a Norwegian way, so it just sounded like a different way of saying hello in Norway. It's like, hello, yes, what? Hello, yes, I just said hello, hi. And it's like, dude, we're talking about Halo. It's like, hello, what? It's like, it's a game. What? And then they showed me. I was like, dude.
Do you want to play the Halo game?
Hey, Trym, do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game?
Speaking of
Yeah.
game and retarded speaking, do you like role-play game, Bezek? Like tabletop role-play game?
No. That's why I'm trying to organize several, just to torture myself.
Okay, well, I will have something to talk to you about later on.
Blaze says, no, Trym, they were asking you about Hello Kitty.
Oh god, don't remind me about that shit.
Hey guys, did you know that there was like a Halo TV show? It was pretty cool, I heard.
Hey Chris, Chris,
Yes.
shut up. There wasn't a Halo show, and if anyone thinks it was a Halo show, they were on so many drugs that they can.
No one has ever made a Halo TV show.
Yeah. But
Oh,
I did.
like the Last of Us TV show they are not making.
Yeah, it's
Oh no, the Last of Us TV show is accurate to the second game.
Oh yeah.
A complete clusterfuck.
But then again, that game doesn't exist either. It's this weird bootleg from some kind of weird ass country. We don't talk about that.
No, it all needs to be burnt because it has been tainted by the foul wanker.
Neil Druckmann.
Oh, it was so
Yeah,
funny
Pac-Man.
yesterday when we were on my channel for the World of Art podcast with Trym.
Funny
For
for
the
you.
last 15 minutes when we talk about the Hello TV show, we could hear the soul dripping away of his body.
Yes.
Again, it was fun for you. I'm glad you enjoyed my suffering.
Yes. I was like, oh, do you want to talk about this topic, Trym? No. Yes, please. No. I refuse.
And still I was forced to, against my will. Man, I feel like I'm a native of Congo with this Belgian.
I think that may be the slogan of the Sultans. Sultan of Agile, against your will.
There you go.
It is tradition.
Yeah. It's not being forced if you develop Stockholm syndrome.
Exactly.
Sultans of Chatelet specializes in Stockholm syndrome.
We need the Oslo syndrome.
We don't talk about Oslo syndrome. I'm sorry, but I just don't want any Nancy boys walking around being, ooh, look at me. I speak overly fancy. I got no personality.
So you have no time for anyone from Oslo.
That's basically what I'm saying, yes. It's sort of like Oslo is basically like a national joke for Norway.
Seriously?
Yeah. Because every Norwegian, like, when they hear someone from Oslo speak, it's like, it's such a bland and cookie cutter dialect that we don't really acknowledge it as a proper dialect.
Like it's culturally enriched or something?
No, it's just the bokmål it's a written language, and people a lot of people is like, yeah, it has no personality in it because it's just the written language.
Remind me a bit of Brussels in Belgium. Like, yeah, Brussels, it's not exactly Belgium anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I think I don't think you can find a single country which respects its capital in any way or form.
No, that's usually the way where we isolate all the retards so they stay away from the rest of us.
Pretty much. The biggest
How
city.
is Sydney, Bezek?
Well, that's not a capital. Our capital, for starters. Secondly, it's a shithole.
It's big enough.
It's a steaming shithole.
Let's see. Oslo syndrome. Victim gets charmed and wants relations with the perpetrator. Callum Dayton. Haskook. Anybody knows what that word means? You'll get 10 points.
Let me
Right.
check Google.
We don't speak hurdy-gurdy.
Well, it has something to do with the equine phallus.
Oh, is it literally horsecock?
Basically. Perfectly translated.
That's right. Australia's capital is Cranberries, not a bobcat.
Wait, you have a capital called Cranberries?
Yes. Again, it's where we keep our idiots.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yes, the capital of Australia is not Sydney, it's Canberra.
Yeah, Cranberries.
I always
Why the
thought it
fuck
was
did you
Sydney.
call your capital Cranberries?
It's a cultural thing. I'm going to need Ardent to come in and explain.
Okay, so guys, this is gonna be the capital, the main city of our country. We gotta give it a real good name. Well, we can't do the same mistake like Norwegians did and call it Oslo. Oh, I have a genius thing. Name it after a fucking berry.
I know that we can have a bit of fun with Bezek. Top tier list of the shittiest city in Australia. Go.
Let's see. Canberra, Adelaide, Sydney. Perth, Darwin, Brisbane.
Okay, let me guess. You're going by population amount, aren't you?
Close, but not quite. I'm listing state capitals in order of wankery.
What about Melbourne?
Oh yeah, that's a shithole. That's actually that might be worse than Canberra at this point. Victoria is a state, not a city. It's where we keep the Melbourne.
What about Elderberry?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that town.
The fact that it has to, it made me think, holy shit, there's actually a place called
There
Elderberry.
is in Australia. There is a city named Wagga Wagga.
Let me guess, that's where the Abos are?
I don't know.
Surprisingly not, but that is where there is a surprisingly well. There's a surprisingly high crime rate because it's not where the Abos are.
There is also a city name in French, Ville d'Orange.
Well, I guess I guess France got tired of eating you all to Canada anyway, so they threw in
Yeah.
they just threw in a load with the Brits.
Oh, the funny name in Australia. There's another place named Wollongong.
There's a town in Mongolia called
I
Moron.
think you've mispronounced that.
Yeah, but it's still Wollongong. Yeah, that's what I would pronounce it.
I'm going to flick you a place name, Chris, and you see if you can pronounce this.
Yeah.
We now return to Bessic tortures other people with Australian bullshit.
Indorupili. No?
Funnily enough, that's how it's spelled, but that's not how it's said. It's Indrapilli.
There is not a R after the D.
Yes, there is.
No.
Yes.
No.
Stop thinking French.
Yes.
Think didgeridoo, not French. Not baguette. Didgeridoo. I can't even fucking
Oh,
pronounce
that
it.
is literally a didgeridoo word.
What?
Correct.
Indoropoly.
Yes.
Blow
It's
my
Indrapilli.
didgeridoo.
In Australian vernacular English, those first two O's just fuck off entirely.
You are weird people.
Says the Belgian. Stones and glass houses, buddy. Stones and glass houses.
There is also a town named Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Oh man, your name are funny.
Yep. Yep.
Kumbaya.
I'm pretty sure we've also got a place called Black Butt.
Black
There's a
Bart
place-
or Black Butt?
Black Butt.
There is also a name called Crow's Nest.
Well, we're knowing a certain person who lives there now.
Yes.
I'm searching for a place named Kangaroo.
That's right. No, not a bobcat. Those two O's are didgeridon'ts.
But why is
We
there some?
literally have a town called Banana.
Why is there some town's name in French?
I don't know.
I guess there's one.
Here's another one that I'll share with everyone.
Ravenshoe.
That
Yes.
is Woolloomooloo.
Did you guttural noises, basic? Can you stop making them?
No.
Wallow wallow.
That's literally how it's pronounced. Woolloomooloo.
There is also a place named.
And you say I have a fucked up language.
There's a place in
You
Australia.
do. We at least have consonants and vowels in a consistent order.
Dude, half your fucking words for your cities is gobbledygook.
Says the man who's got several place names that are literally a string of 16 random consonants.
Yes,
You need a vowel
that is
man.
pretty bad, isn't it?
There is a place in Australia named Mount Surprise.
Yeah.
Mounted surprise.
Oh man, I was not aware Australia was so much fun.
I mean, it kind of
We
makes
also,
sense.
we also have Mount Buggery, Spanker Knob, Burrum Buttock, and Intercourse Island.
That reminds me, we actually have a few roads and hills that have got similar names.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fettgropa, which is basically pussy ditch.
man.
Cock Road, Kukvein. It's pretty funny. There are several more, but I kind of forgot. I forgotten the lists. I need to search that up one day. Also, here's a pretty funny thing. In
I was talking about Welsh names. Look, it doesn't count if as a language. If you need to stop for a fucking cigarette and a pint of beer before you even finish the fucking word.
well, words are interesting things.
How about? So we've got some interesting place names. We have Quality Knob, Prominent
Seriously.
Knob.
Your knob is prominent, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to it with that one. Yeah, we got Mount Buggery, Mount Blowhard, Banker Knob, Bullshit Hill,
I think
Hot Creek.
I think a drunk man when discovering the land and randomly named
No.
things.
Bullshit Hill. I guess that's where most politicians go
Oh,
to get
yes.
inspired.
That's literally how a lot of places in Australia were named. They just got a drunk guy.
You know, I can't even disbelieve that shit because it just seems too real at this point. But yeah, I just wanted to mention something. In Norway, in the south, if you curse at a policeman, you're gonna get arrested or ticketed. However, if you
Yeah,
cross
that's called bullshit.
yes, but if you cross the Arctic line, because the further north you go, the more normal it is to curse at people. So if you go up past the Arctic line, the natural response to a person there is to curse like an Australian.
Mm-hmm.
So the police there, if you curse at them, will just punch you depending on how bad of a day they have.
And I think the police are proving by using laws that prohibit profanity that they're a bunch of cunts.
Yes,
Whiny little pussy cunts.
except from
like
the
all
north,
police.
they'll just insult you back or just punch you.
Honestly, I'm starting to agree with the left that we should just get rid of the police.
Yeah.
When was the last time they actually stopped a bloody crime?
I'm not. I could say something, but I want this channel to not be yeeted just yet.
Well, we still don't have the answer to how many cops it takes to save a kid's life because it's clearly more than 170.
Ooh. Or stop. Nah, I'm not again.
So Trym, can you explain to us why do you doing a Halo art piece? Commission?
Because me and Bezek are planning to do a playthrough of the whole Halo series, and we need a thumbnail.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
could have started earlier if I wasn't so distracted, you know.
Every game from the first one?
Well, every
Yes.
game in the Master Chief Collection. So that is from Halo Reach, Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo 4.
And possibly a different one. We thought about doing like kidnapping like Bleach or someone else, but some of the games are only 2-player co-op, so we might as well just do all of them as 2-player, and that way we're only relying on Trym to fuck about and fail us when it comes to timing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that
the
is like in a half-year thing.
multiplayer campaign on Halo was not a thing until quite recently.
Yeah, but
Well,
they stuck it in for the Master Chief Edition.
yes.
You can co-op all the games in the Master Chief Collection.
Nice.
And I think we decided we would do the chronological for the lore, right? We start with Reach.
I have no idea, and this is not contractually binding.
No. But this is just me trying to figure out. Because we could either do it like canonically by release, or go by the timeline of the release of the games, or by the events of the games. So I would start with Reach, go for Evolved, 1, and then 2, 3, and 4. Maybe ODST if we feel like it. Though to be honest, when it comes to Halo, I'm starting to have a similar reaction to the Halo soldiers as I do for the Warhammer. I'm starting to like the ODSTs more than I like the Spartans. Just like I like the Imperial Guard more than I like the Astartes.
For Warhammer and the Astartes, it's mostly because of Game Workshop themselves. They push out so many stuff.
It's not just that. I think the Imperial Guard is by far more interesting.
The Imperial
and
Guard is
varied.
definitely far more interesting. Tim, you must have read, what is it? The Guardsman stories, thingies, whatever the fuck they're called.
Be a bit more specific, I think.
You have to be.
Fuck. It's fan fiction.
Okay.
Based on campaigns. What is it? Come on, you bastards. What's it called? Come on, you bastards. Where are you? Ah, the old Guardsman Party. That's it.
The Guardsman Party?
I'm not
Yes.
familiar with that.
Oh, you should be. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And no, Callum. It's not fucking Gaunt's Ghosts. Jesus Christ.
But with 40k, I was always more interested in the Xenos race instead of the human Imperium stuff. Like Necron, Tyranids, stuff like that.
I mean, the Astartes got me into it, but I came for the Astartes and stayed for the Guard, and then, of course, I got further into the Orcs because someone said, like, dude, they're just giant mushrooms with anger issues. So, like, seriously? Okay. Then I dived into it, like, holy shit.
The only Imperial aligned faction I had was the 13 Company of the Space Wolf. Because the 13 Company of the Space Wolf has a very specific storyline. The story was that the Primarch Lehman was, for one day, he was drunk of his rocker, like any normal day, and he had a vision, and he said, I need to go. And he took all of his legion, or at least his more trusted legionnaires, and went into the Eye of Terror, never to return, and he took the 13 legion with him.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna say like this, that the Space Wolves, while they're Space Vikings used to be, now they've become Space Furries, so I disavow I disavow the Space Wolves.
I hate the new Space Wolf.
There's
The
only
old
two
one,
chapters worth your attention, and that is the Black Templars and the Salamanders.
I might to object a bit and say
You're allowed to be wrong.
If you talk about the new actual Games Workshop lore, I'm
Who
okay with
gives a
that.
shit about what Games Workshop has to say about anything?
Yeah, they lost the
Yes.
Fuck
rights.
them.
They lost the rights to make any decision at their own IP
Yeah.
when they fucked it over.
And about the Space Wolf, specifically, the Space Wolf died the moment they decided to make a wolf-shaped helmet. That
Again,
was no.
furries.
Yeah, no. Because the Space Wolf is an amazing legend. They have amazing stories, and they are like they are despised by almost everyone because they do whatever the fuck they want. And even one time, Logan Grimnard, the chapter master, say to the Inquisition and the Grey Knight themselves, "Fuck you."
Oh yeah, that was a cool moment, but then they got their asses kicked by the Grey Knights.
No, no, you're wrong. Logan Grimnard killed the master of the Grey Knight.
Hmm.
And he was aboard the Inquisition ship with the Inquisitor and say, "So,
How did he
little
out Mary
puny,"
Sue, the Mary Sue chapter master?
because he's a badass. So again, in front
Mm,
of the Inquisitor, he said, "So, are we still going to fight, or will you leave me alone now? Because I can go, I can keep doing this all day." And the Inquisition say, "Okay, let's call it a tie."
ugh, so sick of the. I'm so sick of Games Workshop and how they're ruining their own IP. The guy who made the Starter series and Henry Cavill, they should be the only ones allowed to make additions to Warhammer, or like Arch. Jesus.
The guy who made the Death of Hope is also amazing. Many people say Astartes, Astartes. Yeah, Astartes is amazing, but look out the Death of Hope. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Also, the guy who made the Hell's Reach.
Yeah, very cool.
Also, the reason why the Black Templars is the best chapter. He literally fucking shames a dying Titan pilot to
Yeah,
just
you bitch at
get
him.
back to life. It's like, bitch, you got a job to do.
The the power of bitching.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Grimaldus is just hardcore.
So-
By the way, it reminds me that back in the day when I was playing Warhammer, the Custodes was not a thing.
Oh boy, I hate the Custodes. The very idea of them. Why do they even exist if they're just there to be like super marines? Then we got the Stardies who are super marines, and Jesus.
Well, you could play them, but the thing with the Custodes is they keep being idiot in the
Yeah,
books
but that's
and the
because the
story.
guy who gets to write them is a big Chaos fanboy, and is like,
Yeah,
oh, he's a Chaos simp. He just doesn't give them anything. It's like, just look at the Emperor. They can't fucking write the Emperor consistently. He's the most ingenious being to ever walk the physical plane of the universe, and then
no,
he's
Trym,
a
no,
blithering
no.
idiot who is then
It's his
replaced by a
woman.
woman.
It's his woman.
Whatever.
The guy didn't do anything. It was his woman.
Yeah, but that doesn't really count because it's a Games Workshop chain, so they can just fuck
But
off.
if you go by that logic, it's also the woman's fault that the Primarch was scattered.
Oh, just wait. When that point is made, GW is gonna backtrack like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I know. Actually, it was in the Emperor's fault because he didn't do the dishes and clean his socks. So I don't know.
He didn't transition properly.
Transition.
You know, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that if the Space Marines was made up of women, and yes, I'm just gonna sound sexist just for the sake of it. If women became Astartes, the Horus Heresy would have happened a lot fucking faster. Calling it. And that's me being
I-
smexist.
I just noticed the little alien. I don't remember the name. Repas? No.
Hmm?
fuck. The name of the little alien with the turban.
Oh, the grunts.
The
Grant.
yeah, like Allah Akbar.
Yeah, I was trying to insinuate that without actually saying it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, you've just said the joke out loud. Right, no, Bobcat says rapist. Well, not necessarily wrong.
I mean, what they do with you when they catch you. I mean, there's a reason why people tend to kill themselves in Halo instead of being captured.
Yes.
But to be honest, I prefer the brutes over the elites. They're just cooler. Instead of the constantly like, oh, we're so honorable. The brutes are like, hey, we're giant, horribly violent monkey people, and you are just close enough to get a fistful of metal with gravity technology. Is that okay by you? It's like playing the rape game. that is the brutes just raison day. That's the spirit galaxy. And also the only thing I like in the new Halo lore is Atriox.
I like the in Halo. I don't remember. I think the hunter, the big buff alien.
Yeah, which is a colony of magic worms or some shit.
Yeah.
I really like the hunters. They would be a good counter to the Spartans, but of course, in Halo they have to make Spartans so stupidly rare. It's just there to just try and get the whole pull your heartstrings points. My opinion of Halo lore is a mixed bag from the beginning.
Well, 343 are a bunch of cucks, and anything they have to say can be ignored.
Yeah. That's why I like the Spartan 3s, because they were a lot more numerable. They didn't have that, oh, only a few survives to be there, and they only are enough to be in a story to die unless you're Master Chief. It's just, okay, so every Spartan just dies. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous pretending that they're all shit except Master Chief.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we know that Master Chief is obviously the best of them all, but the rest shouldn't be that fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't even follow the lore properly of Halo. I think the last thing I remember, like the most recent one, was when Master Chief went more or less like rogue, more like a traitor.
We don't talk
something.
about that one because that is Halo 5 and that is shit.
Ah, okay.
Yes, Halo 5 is shit.
The
Is that in the
idea.
Master Chief Collection, Trym?
Huh?
Is that in the Master Chief Collection,
No,
Trym?
Halo 5 is not in the Master Chief Collection. Only the good Halo games are in the
excellent.
Master Chief Collection.
The concept of him going rogue was interesting, but I didn't.
Yeah, but like
actually
everything made by Wokies, it's completely forgotten and pushed to the sidelines about 5 minutes in.
And I
Again.
don't even think that the ending of the game was proper. Like there was still some question, like an unfinished storyline.
Yeah, so we've established that 343 is shit, Chris.
Okay.
We know the story's bad. It's the same thing that applies to this alleged TV show that people keep talking about. If it's made by woke idiots, it's going to be crap.
Yes. Let's see.
You need to play the Halo game with a mod that remove the helmet, by the way.
Kill me. No.
No, fuck off.
I love you too, Bezek.
Go suck off a baguette.
Yeah. Just go
Better
play.
yet,
We are not baguette people in Belgium.
better yet, go suck Start and M203.
Jesus Christ.
Damn straight.
I mean, it is Chris's own fault because he speaks heresy in the Holy Room.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What error is this? The fact that I'm speaking French or speaking about Halo 5?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He still hasn't learned, Trym.
No, I know. It's. I don't know. I'm just gonna remain quiet and hope that just works.
But if someone was to actually make a Halo TV show, you never show Master Chief's face.
No.
Hell, shouldn't even take off his helmet until like the last episode, but you should still never show his face.
You know when we actually got to see Master Chief's face in the Halo games? Legendary Edition at the end of Halo 4. Which means that Bungie never really showed Master Chief's face.
Yes, and it's almost as if they didn't need to tell a good story.
Yeah. He's a faceless character. You can make a...
Yes.
The thing about today is that people don't think that you can make a faceless character. The logic about,
That's because people today have no skill.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can make the faceless character which you can like, you can impose yourself to that character. That works for series as well, you know?
Yes, but also there's a difference between... like, Link's almost a faceless character. He has no personality.
Yes. Unless
Master
you go
Chief
into lore,
is
but
the
that is
opposite.
work.
If it's not in the game, it doesn't fucking matter.
There is in the game.
But you mean the game with the magic
it's not,
triangle?
It's not... If you mean all of them?
No, it's a troll for the.
I'm
it's a
going...
troll for Trym.
Chris, if you keep doing this, I will kick you from the voice chat. You have been warned.
No, heresy!
Exactly.
Honestly. Really.
I can only handle that much, so much bullshit.
So, how was your tattoo of the magic circles?
It was actually, I went there for a tattoo of the Elden Ring, you know, the ring itself. But when I got there, the guy just said like, hey, how about we just do every Souls-like? And he showed me different versions that he had drawn. And then and then he made one that was a combination of every Soulsborne.
Bloody hell. Oh, so you're well and truly decorated.
Oh yeah. It has the Bloodborne insignia, it has the Dark Sign from Dark Souls and the Elden Ring. It's just fucking awesome.
Well, there you go.
Next step, you have to have the sign of sacrifice from Berserk.
Oh, the Sign of Sacrifice is the Bloodborne sign is actually inspired by the Brand of Sacrifice. So I technically have that one too.
Monkey, whatever you said prior to wanting pics got eaten by YouTube, so
Yes,
try being slightly less racist.
he's a monkey.
Now, we know he feelings shit both figuratively and literally, but Susan just doesn't care. She's anti-monkey.
Yes, she's racist like that.
Yes. Like all leftists, she sees a black person and thinks, monkey! Monkey has now posted what he said in to the live shows. He said, send nudes. I mean pics. Apparently send nudes is enough to get you eaten.
Nudes maybe or something.
Hold on, why is it eating things like that? Trym needs to be asked to be sent nudes.
What?
Silence, woman, I'm working.
Fucking comics.
Also, there's 10 of you fuckers and only 5 likes. Come on.
Please give likes.
No, well, there we go.
Huzzah.
Let's not increase strictness on the hiding comments and things.
I mean, there's only a few
YouTube.
gamer words I'd want to restrict there. Other than that, people can just say whatever the hell they want.
Arden says, Trym, send foods.
You will be given foods if you ever come to visit. Until then, make your own.
We're planning a pilgrimage to Trym's kitchen.
Yeah, just don't fucking try and touch anything. I'll cut
Oh
you.
well, your fridge may disappear, but
Then suddenly in
Someone
Australia
will
will
eat
disappear.
the fridge.
You can mess around with a lot of my stuff, but mess with my fridge and you're a dead man.
Speaking of food, one day I will interview Trym to speak about food.
Yummy. I like food. There you go. I don't really know what the intention with that is. Is like I'll join and you can ask me questions, but I don't know how much of an interest I'll be in that one.
Well, the thing is, many people know what very, very basic cooking is, but being a professional in the field of food and restaurant and stuff like that is not the same thing.
No, but I don't work with the food
I
itself.
know, but you have the knowledge.
Very base knowledge of the kitchen. Sure, professionally, but I'm not as skilled as most of my friends in the kitchen. I just like to do the menial tasks.
I know, but stop to denigrate yourself.
It's not denigration. This is my choice. But yeah, if you want to talk about it, I'll help out as much as I can. But I don't know how much of an interesting female can make it. But I'm pretty sure you'll make it interesting one way or another.
Do you think your drawing is interesting?
I think so.
I'm surprised by that answer.
Well, it's interesting. If not, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
What's
Trym
that?
may be a masochist, but he's not an idiot.
Yes.
No, wait, it's the other way around. Trym may be an idiot, but he's not a masochist.
Yeah, totally not. Shut up, Bezek.
Trym may be an idiot, but he's also a masochist.
I feel called out and I don't like it. Let's see.
Just don't let Gordon Ramsay on your ferry.
Huh? Gordon Ramsay on the ferry.
Well, see, that's all I'm doing. I am providing Trym exposure therapy for when that happens.
Oh Lord, don't remind me. We had
Isn't that right, you idiot sandwich?
a few years ago. We were visited by one of the apparently one of the most popular TV cooks of China. Basically, China's Gordon Ramsay. And
No dog, no dog, dog bad.
No, the thing is, so we have king crabs, which is basically a delicacy, and like a single crab costs like 120 euros, and they had
Holy shit,
they had like 5 crabs each day, and they were on the trip for like a week.
Yeah, exactly. You monkey. China doesn't have food.
I mean, entertainment for the top 10% of the country.
Silent greatest people.
Uh,
I have some choice words for the Chinese.
when you
diet.
talk about the king crab, you mean the one with very long like appendices?
Long
It
legs
means
and
the one that's
spiky
called a
legs.
king crab. That's actually a species of crab.
Yeah, but I seen many thing in
The king
in
crab
Google.
has generally long limbs and is covered in spikes.
Okay, yeah.
However, differently from a regular crab, the king crab is a very soft-shelled crab. The only hard parts of its shell is the claws itself, which pack a hell of
Okay.
a punch, like every fucking crab.
Now, see, I've got a rule when it comes to food. I require all my food to have 4 or fewer legs.
You don't eat seafood?
4 or fewer legs.
Yeah, but what
Fish.
about shrimp, lobster,
Ew.
stuff like that?
Is that 4 or fewer legs?
So no, that was my answer because the shrimps and stuff like that's very good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
First of all, it smells like shit when you make it. Second of all, it just doesn't taste as good as a good old steak.
I prefer to have my shit removed in the. I prefer to my food has its shit removed in the factory, not be left in it to be fucking cracked out of the spine.
I very much like seafood.
That's good
Yes,
for
but
you.
you're French. You don't have real food.
I'm not French once again.
Close enough.
Exactly. Literally.
I feel sorry for the Belgians. And then I look at their history, and then I don't really feel sorry for them.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Interestingly, lobster was originally considered to be disgusting filth, and it was actually considered illegal. It was actually illegal to give lobster to prisoners because it was seen as inhumane. And I'm going to agree with them.
I just think it's overhyped.
Well, all fucking crunchy seafood is overhyped. Like these fucking weirdos that are like, oh, oysters are so great.
Oh, they're great. Stop it.
Yes, but again, French adjacent has no standards.
Bleach.
Look,
French adjacent.
if you want to suck down salty snot, I'm not going to stop you, but don't expect me to think it's good.
Have you tried it, seriously?
Yes.
No, I'm not going to fucking suck down snot.
It's not snot.
I've eaten raw oysters and I've eaten cooked oysters.
And what do you
Just-
think, Trym?
Salt water with extra steps.
No, not exactly.
Then you never had it raw, I hear.
I never eaten cooked lobster, like the raw one. You open the shell, gulp it. Yes, delicious.
Ugh.
Look, oysters are very clearly one of those foods that was stumbled across by someone who was starving to death.
Yeah, I know your theory.
Just
yeah.
like the
Just
blue
like
shells,
all
really.
other just like all other delicacies, just like all those assorted Scandinavian, fucking fish, rotting fish that's been
That
buried
is a
under
Swedish
burnt
thing. There's
building
only
for 6
one
weeks.
rotting fish, and that is actually a pretty funny one. We keep it because it's funny.
You've got like several fermented fish.
Yeah, and most of
across
them are because of
Scandinavia.
Sweden. I blame the Swedes for that.
Yes, yes. Clearly, the Swedes spent a lot of time starving
Yeah.
to death.
Yes.
Thank you, please, because snails, escargot in French, they are very good also.
Ugh.
The texture is a bit weird. You have to be a bit used to that. I agree, but with like
Okay, so
garlic
it goes.
and stuff.
It
oh.
goes. All right. Look, here's the thing. We've got real food. Therefore, the garden fucking fauna doesn't need to go in the salad.
Agreed.
But yeah, I don't care if the other fish are pickled, Brian.
Oh,
It's-
surströmming is just. Oh, it's
Yes.
a crime against humanity.
I think in a lot of countries it is illegal.
Have you tried mussel?
Yeah, I have.
Very good also.
No.
Yes, it is.
That again, that goes in the basket of only if you're starving.
Yes.
But they have less than 4 legs.
So,
That's your role. You eat
No,
only
that's
things.
another-
What you call mussels, we in Norway call blue shells.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can make a decent soup out of it, but you can make a better soup without it. And they're also
we can
one
make
of
a
the
better
worst
soup with 3
things.
rocks and some seawater.
Yeah, but you can make some. You can. One of the worst days to be in the kitchen is when we're preparing mussels for the blue shells for like a buffet, because they make like several kilos of those things, and it just reeks. Just smells like someone literally just walked up to the oven and took a shit on the stove.
Yep, that's I'm perfectly happy to believe that.
Yeah, because can confirm. Of course, there are many people like the further north you are, the more fish oriented your food is. The further south, the more sheep, and the more in the middle, it's more like a pork focus.
And Alden, the scallops are delicious, but they are very much more expensive.
So what we've
Actually, something else I don't like that I think I might get some more agreement on is the really lazy fucking food. I'm sorry, but if the chef swings the fish around, wipes his ass with it, and then still icks on the fucking plate, that doesn't count as cooked.
Which one are you referring to now? This is interesting.
Yeah.
There's a style of fine dining which seems to be this hipster American bullshit, where like they do minimum preparation, like they'll leave the fucking head and eyes on the fish and shit. It's like, no, listen, cunt. If I'm paying for food, I want it prepared properly. Stop being lazy and don't charge me an extra $10 for you to do less work.
Yeah, it's just. I think it's a Korean thing or something.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. Like that's completely different. Like in Asia, they do a lot of whole fish, but partially that's because their fish are different. Like they have a lot of fish that you cook with the skin on.
I mean,
I'm talking about fish that Westerners eat, where they just leave the head on fucking purpose, take the skin off below that, and then leave the tail.
Well, there's been a few meals like that. I've eaten a few cods like that. We bake the cod like that. We don't fucking touch the head, but it's not really that good either.
Yeah, but again, if I'm going to a restaurant for fine dining, I want my food appropriately killed.
Yeah.
On the flip side, my steak should be capable of being saved by a good veterinarian.
Let's see. Prime Knight asks Skagen. Oh yeah, Skagen is basically shrimp salad. Skagenröre. It's basically a shrimp salad, at least from in our lane of the woods, you could say.
Yeah, I'm definitely never liked friggin' shrimp.
Yeah.
I've tried them like once, and I mean weren't awful, but I was by no means a fan, and the eating experience was so unpleasant that what little flavor they had.
Yeah. Let's see. I did try a bisque once, and that was pretty good. But then I also had several other things along with it, so.
Bisque, that's as in BISQUE?
Yeah, I think so. Promethean Hales, the Canadian Finland.
Strained broth of crustaceans, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that might actually be better than a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah, and we also got like several different kind of vegetables and different assorted. Yeah, it's one of the few times I've actually genuinely liked seafood.
Yeah.
Like crustaceans.
I very much firmly believe that the eating experience is as essential, if not even more so, than the flavor.
Yes.
That's where it really falls apart for a lot of seafood for me. Like, the flavor is mediocre, but the eating experience is so horrific to go through.
Yeah. I was in a 3-star restaurant once I brought my parents to it as a birthday gift. And we got we got the seafood, the bisque, as well as a.
Oh, actually, sorry. Just to clarify, Trym, did you say 3-star restaurant?
Yeah.
Are you talking 3 out of 5 stars or 3 Michelin stars?
Michelin.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Right, because those are very different things. But yes.
Yes.
So 3 Michelin stars.
No shit. I said no. That was many. That was too many stars. I mean, a 1-star Michelin, 1 Michelin star restaurant. Sorry.
Well, at least it's got a Michelin star.
Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, that's still quite something.
It is pretty good still, and they
still means shit.
That's where I got like the seafood, and that's where I got the bisque as well as a assortment of different along with the bisque, there were different kinds of shellfish, and that was genuinely good.
Yeah. What do we got? Prime says freshly caught rainbow trout grilled. Yummy. One of these days I need to go fishing somewhere nice with someone who actually knows what the hell they're doing. Because I never learned properly how to fish and how to prepare the fish afterwards. But also, there's nowhere you can go fishing anywhere near me where you eat the fucking fish.
It's more like the fish are trying to eat you.
Yes, but also they're fatally poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Australia after
Oh.
all. The country's out to kill you.
Yeah.
And we have far too many catfish for any sane fucking ecology. Actually, I'm pretty sure that our catfish are for a fucking...
Both
Unwanted
on
species.
land and off land. Sorry. Let's see.
Yeah, catfish are an invasive species in Australia. And they're fucking awful looking creatures.
Oh yeah.
And they can be very big.
Massive.
Yes. But unfortunately, they... Well, the rivers near me are well and truly contaminated. Like, you all know I'm obviously not a big Enviro fan, but fuck me dead, they need to take better care of the rivers.
Oh yeah.
Time to fish with dynamite.
Yes.
Yeah, and destroy the last local wildlife. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, you Americans can have all our catfish, but you're not allowed to inspect them first. Because I'm pretty sure, I think they might be a different kind of catfish, but whatever they are, Australians don't like them. And
Well-
they swim in some fucking foul water.
I mean, is there like a catfish in Ukraine, close to Chernobyl, that is full of like they live, but they're so heavily mutated?
Hmm.
I just send you a picture of a big specimen, Bezek.
Yeah. When your catfish weighs more than your woman.
Yeah. Speaking of women, I will have to leave you because in more than 1 hour I will go live stream on my channel. French stuff, so yeah.
Hun.
I don't
Yeah.
think many of you will come. And it's about books, so yeah.
That's fair. Everybody, remember to check out Christopher Everard's Kickstarter.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I will have a bit of chat with you, Bezek, later on today about
Alright.
what I spoke about, because I have an idea. So have a nice one, guys, and thank you for having me. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Bleach, I actually do think it is some sort of weird ass Asian catfish that we've got.
So it's like China then. What?
Kind of. It's the one we've got's a weird catfish.
Does it eat more children than the dingo?
No. Yeah, I think we've got one of the weird Chinese kinds. But yeah, they're not. It's either just the fact that no one likes the catfish at all, or but they're not. The catfish aren't great, and the water they're in is atrocious.
They're a bit gross.
Yeah. But yeah, they're weird and slimy things. I prefer properly scaled fish,
Yeah.
like your salmons and things.
Salmon is the best fish. But
Yes.
have you ever tried a char?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm not a huge seafood fan, so
Yeah.
like I wouldn't throw up a fit if someone's like, I'll buy you some char. But if I'm buying me food, I'm going for what I want.
True.
I've never been into, oh, we'll try something different for a difference. Like, nope. I am here easy, and I'm going to enjoy the experience, which means I'm going to get something that I know I'm going to like.
Char, it's basically it's called Arctic char, and it is a red fish quite similar to salmon in many respects, only it's leaner and it is smaller, but it also has a distinctly different taste. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not un.
Weird looking lord tour on them. They're interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I mean, at least unlike the bloody catfish, they look like a proper fish.
Pretty much. Tasty too.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's some proper meat on them.
Yes.
But again, I will need to go fishing somewhere that has real fish, with someone who actually knows how to prepare them properly. Because I never learned how to prepare a fish, and it's like, I mean, I could go to the shitty ass supermarket and get some overpriced fucking fillet, but what's the fucking point in that?
We got cars that drive through locally that are local fishermen. They're pretty good. But I'm when it comes to fish, I'm a salmon guy. Just primarily a salmon guy because I'm always a red fish before anything else. Though the further north you go, the more fish focused your food is, but also they tend to be more in love with whitefish. Like, I'm not big on whitefish unless you not like pure fish food, like you take a whole fillet or something like that. But I really like whitefish when you make them a central ingredient in like something else, like a gratinated fiskegratin. Kind of, how the fuck do I explain it? You make a white sauce, like bechamel, sort of like a creamy white sauce, buttery sauce. And then you add macaroni. There we go. Add a lot of white fish. Then you cook it. Pretty damn good. Gratinated white fish.
Sounds like a lot of effort.
It is a lot of effort, but at least you have food for a while. You can freeze it pretty easily and it'll last for a long time.
I don't tweaked onto what I like in my fish. Battered.
Yes.
Good old deep fry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, white fish is... Oh, you first.
I know that crumbed and deep fried fish is supposedly better for you, but fuck off. They were involving a deep fryer. Who gives a shit at this point?
The thing is...
go batter or go home.
Yeah, the white fish is actually one that goes best for frying and battering. Red fish is something best done, like, properly cooked on a frying pan or in an oven.
Oh yeah, red fish should absolutely be cooked like a bloody steak.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you stick your white fish in some batter and...
Yeah, well, not exactly like a steak. Now I'm talking like make them well done. The red fish is best when it's well done. Unless you eat it immediately after.
Thinking about making Estonian potato salad tonight. Oh, so you're going to stick 3 rocks and a 6-week-old lettuce in a pot? I didn't know Estonians had food.
They got pretty good beer, though. I was in Estonia once, and they got good garlic bread and really good beer. And I also had a T-bone steak there.
Yeah, I do like me some garlic bread.
Oh, yeah. But unlike regular garlic bread, it was made with, like, dark bread, rye bread. It was different, but it was good.
Take some decent garlic bread, some of the properly white crap stuff. Cut it in half. Then cover each side in cheese.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
Kingdom of Inland says that Texas deep fries everything. If you want a heart attack, go to the Texas State Fair.
And Sexton intensifies. I'm really considering getting an air fryer because they are really handy.
Yeah. Callum says most garlic bread he's had in some restaurants and the places use garlic or not butter. Yeah, fuck restaurants. They can't do garlic bread right. Like these hoity-toity fuckwits who are too interested in being fancy and just like, here's some oil. No, fuck you, cunt. Make something that actually tastes good.
The reason we're not using butter on the boat is because there's too much consideration when it comes to allergies. If not, if we make garlic bread to ourselves and not have to think about allergies, we just the butter, so much butter.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, we have to, since there's a lot of outside people, people from outside of the country coming in, tourists, we have to cater a lot to them, which means we have to start using a lot of oil instead of like proper butter. And yet those idiots have the gall to be like, oh, this isn't real butter. What do you think real butter is? Melange.
Real butter is made of cow.
Yes, but oof, there was a time I almost strangled a guest because like, this isn't real butter. Yes, it's made by proper milk. That isn't real butter. What?
Gonna step away for a moment, dude, but I'm still listening.
That's right. It's like, it isn't real butter. What? It's supposed to be made out of oil and shit. Like, that's melange. So, I hope she was kidding with me and trolling me, but you never know. She sounded a bit Californian or New Yorkian or whatever. I mean, I was judging her based on her hair color because she had several streaks of blue in her hair and it was a bit too much. I got the whole poisonous animal vibe from him. And that's the last thing you want to encounter in the wild. Scrunchions. I mean, you haven't lived until you've eaten proper ribs, pork ribs. That is the most beautiful thing ever. It is, well, obviously, ribs of a pork, of a pig. But you go down to the point where the bone is, and then you go all the way up to the skin. Then you cut the skin up in sort of like dice marks. Or sort of like more of a chessboard shape. And then you just cook it in the oven with salt and pepper over hours and like, oh. When done right, we call it svur, basically. I don't fucking know what to call it. What do you call it in the other ends of the world? But it is, when you bite it, it makes such a crunching noise that people on the other side of the boat thinks you broke someone's leg. And it's also tasty as fuck. Who this?
And I'm hearing all this terrible culinary for pork ribs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you need to smoke it, dude. Smoke it for a good set of ribs for about 3 to 4 hours.
I'm not talking about spare ribs or barbecue ribs. I'm talking about properly cooked pork ribs, dude.
I am too.
Not
Clearly
everything.
you have.
Oh, it is smoked ribs is fan-fucking-tastic. But I'm like talking about Norwegian Christmas ribs. You can't.
Oh, so
you cannot.
Degenerate ribs.
You cannot beat that. No matter what you try, it is beyond amazing.
I don't know. A good swordfish steak might help.
Swordfish steak. Christ. I've never tried that actually. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but it was.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't mind trying it if ever possible one day.
Well, come over to a civilized country and we can get you fixed up.
So not America then.
No, exactly.
Watch some of the. Look, you're all missing out the simple pleasure of a cast iron pan, open flame, big, fat, juicy red steak, enough salt to kill less a man, and then you just then you take your big, thick, like an inch plus of steak. You cover it in rock salt on both sides, massage it in. Then you threaten it violently with the pan and eat it.
Yes.
So basically, what I did Friday night.
Yep.
Yes, probably.
I do love my cast iron cooked steaks. Actually, anything really.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really go
But
wrong
remember,
with that.
the appropriate way to cook a steak is to threaten it appropriately, and then keep the fire away.
When this cooking a steak, it's just to make sure that the outside gets that nice dark brown color.
Yes,
caramelize the outside.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you need a really hot flame. So you just pan sear the exterior. Don't forget to get the sides. And then you lean down very close to it, cut it with the knife, and it should be moving.
Yes. You should hear the screams of agony from the cow.
Yes.
Yes.
And just remember, if someone complains, it doesn't matter how you cook them.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to have that long pork satisfaction.
This is a bit embarrassing, but me and my mom, we know how to enjoy a proper steak. However, my father and my brother, they don't know a good steak.
Do they need to be in prison, do they?
The only reason they haven't been
Yes,
thrown into prison is because of nepotism from my side. I don't have the heart.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I order steak differently depending on where I'm going. Like, as much as I hate to, I usually order it medium rare because I don't trust most people to cook a rare steak properly.
Agreed, yeah, because you just know walking into some places where it's like, yeah, they don't know how to cook.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask for a medium rare. I'm going to get food poisoning.
Yeah.
Which is annoying because if you find a good butcher, you should be able to pick up the steak and bite into it then and there. It's not as tasty, but it should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
Yep.
they're using lower quality steaks that they've kept around, and they've got shit food standards, so it's like, okay, I'm going to need it on there a little bit longer to kill what parasites you bastards have put there.
That's a good thing about Norwegian food standards. It's so fucking strict that you'll never get fucking parasites on it.
Well, yeah, but I also mean a sort of other thing, your standard kitchen bugs and
Oh yeah,
things.
but then again,
There's
I'm
sorts of
talking in
business.
Norway. It's not just strict. It is strict to the point of being almost ridiculous.
Yeah, I guarantee that nowhere that you wouldn't work cares.
True.
Yeah.
But they really aren't open.
Trym, you're forgetting. You're a professional. You're a chef.
Well, yeah.
We're talking about idiots who cook shit. Like, just because the place pretends it's a restaurant doesn't mean there are any chefs in the back.
Yeah, I don't really understand how it is because
Especially if you're going to somewhere like, what would be something that the internationals would recommend? Somewhere like, is it Little Caesars that does steak?
Oh no, that's pizza.
No, yeah. Then what am I confusing with? Outback Steakhouse.
Oh God.
That. No, just no. Firstly, do never order a good food from a fucking chain store. Secondly,
No.
There's not a single chef in those places. Yes, you can order a steak and theoretically get something that could be called a steak. But
That's a real stretch.
Yes, you'd be stretching it, but I guarantee they're working to exactly within the legal definition. On purpose.
I remember that, and it was just this nightmare of an Outback Steakhouse. Last time I ever went to one, like 10 years ago. And, good Lord, that was just a travesty. Because they decided, oh, we're going to just get the cheapest filet mignon we can. And
don't know. I don't think I've ever liked filet mignon. There's something about it that feels
I've never
lazy.
tried it, so I can't really make a comment on it.
If it's done right, and it's a good cut, it is a phenomenal piece of meat. But this place, it was basically half gristle.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things. It's so common to get gristle in steak.
Mhm.
No. If it's a good steak, ideally there should be some bone because it should be from near the bone. It doesn't necessarily matter which one and as much, but it should be near some bone, and there should be a couple of really thick white lines through pure red.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're going with one of the fancy marbled ones, but again, that's different and specific things. But you can't go wrong with any generic cow if you get something from near a bone that's got a couple of white lines through some massive pure red.
Oh boy, I want some fucking steak now.
And of course, any steak that starts out less than 2 inches is you've been robbed.
Yeah, unless you're one of these weird people that are like, I'm having carne asada. It's like, look, I don't care.
I was in
No,
okay.
you're not allowed to do that to meat.
Okay, there's one thing I want to recommend. If you guys ever are in Prague, in Old Town in Prague,
Why the fuck would we ever go to Prague?
it's this is more for the Europeans because that is a very popular
Why would
vacation.
they go to
place.
Prague?
It's a surprisingly nice place for a vacation. It's a popular
Yeah,
thing for
it's a little
summer
more with
vacations, but I've been to Prague once, and there's in Old Town there, it's a place called Crazy Cow, and they do steaks really well, and they have a pepper sauce that is to fucking die for.
Look, just remember, it is an acceptable way to cook a steak to chase a cow with a flamethrower.
What do you think they did? Jesus Christ, they chased it with a flamethrower, beat it half to death with a sledgehammer, and then they served it to you.
Well, then it clearly wasn't a good cow to start with, because you shouldn't need to tenderize good meat.
No, they tenderized it regardless, just to make it more. That steak,
No,
you didn't
tenderized
even
meat is
need
crap.
teeth. You didn't even need fucking teeth to bite it. That's
No, that should be a good filet mignon.
it was fucking delicious, and of course the pepper sauce is like, god damn it.
You shouldn't need a sauce on a good piece of meat.
No, all you should need
No,
is a
you
little bit of
didn't
salt,
need
food
it.
flavor.
You didn't need it, but it is a respectable addition. The first piece I take of a steak, I always take it without anything added, but I do like when they also have a sauce along with it. Then you can like eat it with and without, and
Okay,
dear God, that
so-
sauce.
No, I'm with Bleach here. Sauce is a crime against steak.
Yeah. The only thing I can say is if it's a mediocre but still kind of good piece of meat, a little raw horseradish. None of this horseradish sauce bullshit. Just pure, unadulterated horseradish.
Then you haven't really tried a real proper pepper sauce here. And the thing is, when you get that, it's in a
No.
it's in a
pepper
cup.
sauces don't belong on the type of steak Bleach and I are talking about. You can get a nice pepper sauce on some cuts, but again, these are generally your thinner, cooked through steaks.
Yeah,
when
and
I've tried them.
something like a New York strip.
Bleach and I are talking about cut a fucking cow in half with a chainsaw and then roll it onto the fire.
Ew. Chainsaw, that's a waste.
Well, only if you don't have anybody to give it to.
Yes.
Oh man.
But I tell you, the best steak.
You don't want to put a sauce on like a 2-inch thick steak.
No, oh God, no.
I want
one of the
I
best
want the sauce
steaks I've-
beside it so I can dip the piece of meat in
No.
sauce.
No.
I don't care.
Well,
You're wrong. Please understand
a
that you are
proper
wrong.
pepper sauce is amazing.
Yes, but not for that
Mediocre
kind
meat.
of meat.
All right. One of the best steaks I've ever had in my life was in Idaho, and it was like some little resort town up in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, and they only served prime rib, and they would
Oh.
slow smoke it with mesquite. That was
Ooh.
fantastic.
I need to get my hands on some not decent smoked meat because I don't think there's any such thing as decent smoked meat in Australia, just at all.
It's probably because of the wood that's being used.
Quite possibly, but I think it's also more to do with
Can you make-
that they have.
Oh, sorry.
They don't. They are using smoking in more of the realm of preservation rather than the realm of cooking. So it'd be your coldest smoke over a longer period kind of crap. And it's
Yeah,
just-
no,
Like you're on board now.
Okay, so on the topic of smoking, when they smoke the steak, what if they don't smoke the steak? Does that mean you have to add something else along with it?
no,
And
no.
it depends what you're cooking because they're like, there's a steak that I've had a lot because it's cheap. That is ideal for a good like pepper sauce or something. I can't remember what it is. But
Over here, we
it's
call
probably-
it like a New York strip, where it's a little on the tough side, so it needs a little help.
Yeah, because it's probably something like that. It's usually a bit higher in gristle because again, it's a cheap cut.
Entrecôte?
It's only maybe a centimeter thick. So it needs to be approximately incinerated to be chewable,
Yeah, that sounds like a strip.
and that absolutely needs a sauce. I've also had to experience cruel and unusual punishment. Like, this is how you know how bad a steak it was. I reached for tomato sauce.
What?
That's how bad the fucking steak was. I would not do that to a good piece of meat.
That is horrific.
Oh, God.
It tasted like I was chewing on my fucking boot, but with less character.
Man, what kind of fucking crime against the kitchen makes someone reach for fucking tomato sauce?
Yeah, don't go to a home cooked steak dinner with a poor person unless they hunt.
Oh boy, that was.
That's a fair point.
That was. Ugh. Nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrific.
Friend of mine, he was obsessed about putting this, some basically it was a glaze on every damn steak he ever had. And it wasn't a bad glaze, but it didn't belong on beef. It's like more like lamb would do with that.
Dear God, I want you guys to try like the I don't remember the name in English. In Norway we call it indrefilet.
Okay, something fillet.
The place we were over earlier.
It's sort of like in the back. It's the most unused piece of muscle in the body. Along
Not like
the back.
a rump roast.
Not a rump roast.
Well, what kind of animal are we talking here?
Generally, most of the four-legged animals have indrefilet. It is basically a muscle along the back of the animal. Tiny, and so underused. It is just minimal, but fucking hell, it is so soft, so tender. I'm gonna Google it. Sorry, just.
Now I'm curious. But I said the hardest thing to find in the States is a proper.
Yeah.
Oh, the
lamb
tenderloin.
anything.
No shit, tenderloin.
I think that's it. Brisket is very common as a cheap cut of meat,
Yep.
and that brisket sauce is essentially mandatory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I one thing I want you guys to experience if you ever get to Norway is tenderloin reindeer. That is
Ooh.
a culinary experience that'll just, I don't know, I don't want to say blow your mind, but you'll never be able to eat regular
Look,
steak ever again.
I thought the appropriate way of eating reindeer was to hit it with a snowmobile, and then set the snowmobile on fire.
Oh no.
It depends on the snowmobile. If it's an Arctic Cat, yes. If
Okay.
it's a Ski-Doo, not so much.
Here's the thing: there are two
I
kinds.
didn't say you had to be riding it at the time.
There are two kinds of reindeers, okay? There are two ways of butchering the reindeer. One is in blind rage, which is the one I tend to do, and then you have properly butchered for food consumption.
Look, Trym, you do not understand the glory that is the rhubarb. Actually, here's one for the American. What do you think the difference between a rhubarb and a bullbar is, Bleach?
I would expect elevation from the front of the vehicle. As I suspect a rhubarb is probably kind of coming up over the hood, where I know most bull bars are kind of forward leaning and about parallel with the hood.
Well, in Australia, the difference is that a bull bar, the strike face, essentially, is roughly vertical. A rhubarb, the top actually leans forward.
You know, the first one you mentioned, was it the bull bar?
Yes.
Yeah. We call it kufanger, which is translated as a cow catcher.
Cowflinger.
Cow catcher.
Cowflinger.
Cow catcher.
Cowflinger. You literally said cowflinger.
Nay, kufanger, it is... Fanger is
Yeah,
catcher. Catcher. But it...
Yeah, but it sounds like cowflinger, and it's far fucking funnier.
Oh, it is. But the thing is, it's cow catcher. It is like, okay, we know what this one is used for mostly.
Gotta catch them all.
Oh yeah. Saw me reindeer? What?
Oh,
But seriously,
So-
properly butchered reindeer and then take their a tenderloin steak. It is fucking amazing. Seriously, it's just I haven't really made it myself because I don't see myself worthy as to even trying. But having a proper cook, which is one of my good friends aboard the ship, what he can do to meat is like it's black magic and it's fan-fucking-tastic.
I mean, just send him on over.
I want it for myself, so screw you can go over here.
International relations need improvement.
No, you can't bring your guns.
Why not?
You
It's
might
like you have some stupid prohibitions against it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unless you're part of a Norwegian gun club, I think you can actually bring your guns then, but
I mean,
No. You have to understand how invasions work, Trym.
yeah. From the sounds of it, I could probably take over Norway with an old black powder revolver and a rusty stick.
oh, that's Sweden. Norway, we are a bit separated from our guns, but we are yeah, we will shoot if necessary.
I don't know. I could just put on a lot of spray on tan and come over, and then I'll get to take over the country without anyone flinching.
Oh, again, you're thinking of Sweden.
Oh, that's true.
Why, according to international misconception, there is a stark difference between Norway and Sweden. For example, Norway is the competent country, and Sweden is...
Yeah, one speaks hurdy-gurdy and the other speaks gurdy-hurdy.
Yes. Hinga-dinga-durgi.
No, that's Finns.
Oh no, that's perkele and then stab.
And then there's German, which is incoherent screeching.
Yes.
But you follow along because it's like, are they going to hurt me, or are they just telling me directions?
Are they escalating to violence yet? I don't know.
Well, hey, as Anna Bowman Dodge says, they do make the perfect political policeman.
Oh yeah.
That they do.
That, again,
Oh,
a
that-
really good fucking book club, and also a
And
really
that,
good book.
folks, is in fact a teaser for the upcoming Songs of Chardonnay book club on the Republic of the Future, or Socialism or Reality.
That was
Anna
really
Bowman
fun
Dodge.
to do, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yes, but we need to beat Ardent for running away.
Yeah, how dare you?
I mean, I blame the Belgians for that.
Yeah, it was all good until the Belgian invaded. Just like Africa.
No, that was after the Belgians invaded.
Aye.
I will.
Let's give them a-
I will not make a comment because Susan might be watching in the corner and then just sound.
Okay,
at me.
Susan.
Let's just give them a big round of applause, or give them a hand in the American parlance.
Oh man, they do
No.
certainly. Them and their neighbors really need a hand because they took all of them.
What's going to be interesting about the book club, though, is it's approximately a 50-minute book. The book club is looking to be edited out at around 3 hours.
What? Wait, how long did we spend on that thing?
I mean, we were
Like
recording
4
for
hours?
about
Holy fuck!
Hold on, let me check.
Weren't you
'cause
going
I've got
to
the
remove all the
original.
spurgery we did and then add it in a secondary video?
Yes.
Oh,
and there is a lot of spurgery from a certain Norwegian.
hey! Don't put all the blame on me, you jackass.
All right, you and Crow
There we go, better.
and
Yeah.
his prehensile
Fucking
Chloe.
Yeah, and then came the bleach and just started a whole new movement, and curse you for that.
Here, the recording file is 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Okay.
So the first rough edit's probably going to come out at about 3 hours or just under, and then I'm going to go through and clean up some of the timings. Like,
Yeah, there's
like the time is when we stop halfway through a sentence to think for like 30 seconds and then finish the sentence. Can
Yeah.
just
oh,
get
that was me. Just like, I'm having this wonderful idea, and then I get dial-up tone sounds.
Or at least you, Bleach, need to learn that when the hat is thrown in your corner and you're supposed to say like goodbye or some shit that you maybe say something instead of fucking 2 minutes of absolute silence.
Hey, I mean, you have to admit that was clever on my part.
Clever,
drew it
you
out
weren't
much
even
longer.
there. You were in a different fucking space. You were on a different planet.
I always, yes, and
Oh, you were doing the whole colon icing space thing. Gotcha.
yeah, I was taking hands off of Space Invaders.
Yeah.
I'm not a space invader. I'm a personal space invader.
That's right, Arden. How fucking dare you run away in the middle of our recording to do your own work?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you?
How can you be
So
so
unprofessional.
selfish and self-centered?
How
From-
dare you have your own life?
You.
So we went from shellfish to selfish.
Yeah. Pretty much. Just wait until we get the cell phones.
Oof.
We did. I mean, we did talk about how the society differed to ours due to those.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, for anybody out there, if you haven't listened to the audio track or read the book, you really need to do yourself a favor and do so.
I recommend listening to Beslick's audiobook. But then again, I'm a audiobook guy. I don't really read much books anymore. I prefer to listen to them while doing other things. And
Well, illiteracy will do that.
yeah, I mean, my personal retardation
I
aside.
mean, Trym's really impressive. He's illiterate in 5 languages.
Hey, that means I'm literate in every other language. That's pretty good.
No,
Yes,
No.
yes, yes.
no, you can't read in every other language, but you're illiterate in 5.
Oh. That's a nice way of
yeah.
saying that I don't know what the fuck to do. But yeah, I prefer when people tell me a story, okay?
I think it does say a lot, though, about how much is condensed into the book that the analysis is like 3 hours plus.
Oh, yeah. I looked at the original novella length. It's 88 pages with the front pieces. So it's really like 86 actual pages, and they're kind of short pages. It's not a standard book size. So let that inform everybody how just bonkers accurate some of her predictions were.
I mean, it kind of reads like a collection of letters. It really does.
It's literally a collection of letters.
Yeah, but it's written as if it was. It's a fictional
Yes,
work,
that's
though.
why it reads like that.
Yes.
Yes.
The style is there, but there are people who try to read like letters, but be like, oh, but then they thought blah 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 blah. You know when they try to write it as a letter, but it comes off more as a fictional, like a regular fictional book instead.
Oh, yeah. I get where you're going. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at the total time because we were on and spouting off about it for more than just we recorded it. And yeah, it's kind of mind blowing.
Oh, wait. I'm just shocked over how much she fucking got right, and she's like what, almost 100 years ago?
Oh, over.
Oh.
Over. The book was published in 1887.
Oh yeah, over 100 years ago, and holy shit, she got so much right. The only thing she actually missed was like the technological.
Yeah, which is more of a sideshow to the whole thing rather than the actual social commentary she was making.
Again, do yourself a favor, go to search Beseg 1000 YouTube, and then click on his channel, find the audiobook, Republics of the Future, and listen to it, because it's just 45 minutes long, it doesn't take that long to go through, and Beseg actually reads pretty well. Just gonna say. I'm gonna be nice to you for once, so give you a compliment, it's a really good audiobook.
I mean, for an illiterate, he's pretty decent at reading.
I mean, he's Australian, he can't help it.
I mean that's coming from the American who spells things poorly on purpose.
Yes, because we wanted to differentiate ourselves from you Commonwealth bums.
Yes,
Oh, I
by being
swear
wrong
it's
on
different.
purpose. We need to invade America to make them spell properly again.
Or how about this? We invade you, and then that way you get gun rights back. Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
but
Hey,
we
can you
fix
drop
the
by
language
Norway?
with
But
those gun rights.
can you
Okay.
drop by Norway at the same time? But I only have one condition. You drop the D
Does that
in your
mean you're
political
Sweden?
party.
Well, true.
Yeah, the D party
And-
has
and
to be
I-
dropped.
I posted a link in chat for the audiobook because shill.
Hey.
Oh my.
Yeah, since Ardent is sleeping on the job, it looks like Bleach has to do it.
Yeah.
Don't make me do it. I intentionally screw it up so I don't get asked again.
Well, too
There's a
bad.
lot of broken dishes in Bleach's past relationships.
I mean, I might have broken a sink or two accidentally on purpose.
Oh, fucking
How'd you break a sink?
Well, you get underneath and you turn the knobs off, and it's like, well, gee, I don't know what happened, and then you leave.
God damn it. It's, hey, is the pipes under your sink, are they steel or are they plastic?
The ones in my house are cast iron, but
Yeah.
in other places I've gone with the copper and the plastic.
Yeah.
All valves are created equal.
In my apartment, it's plastic. And this morning I was doing a lot of dishes after having done a little bit of cooking. And suddenly, after emptying the last bowl, I hear pattering sounds under the dish. And turns out that the weight of the water had unhinged the pipes. And it was just dripping water down. It's like, well, shit. So I just had to literally pull it up and reattach them. Good lord, that pissed me off. And that happened like an hour before we were gonna stream.
Wow.
A lot of choice words were said.
Yes, but were any of them intelligible?
Does swearing count as intelligent?
Yes.
Okay, yes, then it was incredibly intelligent.
Which is good, because he asked whether it was intelligible.
Ah, yes, Trym's coquettish laughter.
Re. Kek.
Oh, damn it! Did another? Yes, it did.
What?
I found a dead mouse in my cupboard.
Oh,
Ah, I suppose it's better than finding half a dead mouse in your cupboard.
yeah, that would be kind
Well,
of
I mean, the odor's about the same. So much for my fun lunch break.
Congratulations, you found the dead mouse.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Who knew that the smell of corpse was bad?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you, dude.
That's why you should immediately bury or cremate your victims.
Well, I mean, when you feed them poison, you just never know when and where they're going to drop in.
Well, it's always preferable that they do it in someone else's house.
They just start peeping
You
and
know,
then
for
they
legal
die.
reasons.
Well, but sometimes you just want to make sure that they're zestfully dead.
Properly dead. Just make sure. Step on them a few times, you know? You can clean the shoe later.
Have you considered the alerting mousetrap? You know, the one that's made out of a gun.
I have, but yeah, with the whole ATF thing now, it's like, oh gee, this thing might not work as intended.
No, I can't say that. That's definitely illegal.
But, Besic, is it fun?
Yes. Look,
That's why it's illegal.
Yes. All I'm going to say is build a bigger mousetrap.
Build a better mousetrap.
No, bigger.
No, bigger.
Better. Bigger.
Specifically bigger.
Yes.
I mean, I could see Leo Curse using a punt gun in this method.
But that is illegal in America.
He'd have to remove his
Exactly.
head. He'd have to remove his head from his ass long enough to find the punt gun.
Or the trigger.
He's almost as obnoxious as Connor.
Oof.
Almost. Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, you're being really nice. I dislike both.
I'll put it this way: it's a matter of maybe misuse versus a matter of miscasting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Also, he's the worst fucking comedian I've ever seen that wasn't a woman.
I'm just trying to be funny. I'm really funny. Yeah, sure, buddy. Sure. I keep telling yourself that. Maybe you'll be right one
See,
day.
a key part of comedy is truth. Just straight up lying makes it a bad joke. Because when he turns around that punt guns are illegal in America, no, they're not, you fucking idiot.
Do your
You just
research.
can't use them to hunt birds.
And when you see everybody just having a epileptic fit over it, and he keeps running with it, it's like maybe you need to pay attention to what your audience is reacting.
Well,
you're
though
clearly
we're
getting a
talking about
negative reaction because your joke is shit.
we're talking about the guy who started cussing out a dude just because he made a slight joke of him, which is sort of it is ridiculous when a goddamn comedian can't take a fucking joke.
Well, like I said, not a good comedian.
Yeah.
Anytime when you go from, well, I've got a mild bit of criticism to to intelligible Scottish noises, unintelligible. You've really got to question things.
Yes.
Is this the right career path?
Calamarts, what? How about James Acaster or Nish Kumar? I said the worst non-female comedian.
And Nish is clearly female.
Yes. And James Acaster has no dick.
Eunuch.
A failed transition.
No, not even an attempted
all
transition.
transitions are failed definitionally.
Yeah, but when the
still not
transition is
what they want to
failed,
be.
it means they tried to use a cheese grater instead of a scalpel.
What's the difference?
Well, the end
The
result
size
is
of the
pretty much the
gash?
same.
Yep, one just takes longer.
I just had a horrible phrase come to mind. It adds new meaning to slash and burn.
Yeah, just
Oh.
oof. Jesus
Oh my.
Christ. Yeah, this is Sultan's territory, all right.
No. We haven't gone into politics. We've just gone
No.
into light criticism.
Yes, but
Do you honestly
that-
think Susan
that-
tells the
that's-
difference?
No,
That's
bitch
because
was
she's not a
gonna
female
joke if it
comedian.
came up and fucked her in the ass.
And shouted surprise beforehand.
Susan wouldn't know a trans woman if she came up and fucked her in the ass.
You said that
Well, that's
twice,
just
but
equality,
it's still
bro.
as true. As you can tell
10
on...
points to Bleach and Door.
There we go. As you probably can tell, the lead members of the Sultans of Chaudelet has some choice words for the director of YouTube and her ilk. His ilk.
Misdirector. Misdirector
Anyway,
because she's female.
Oh, there we go.
So let's move back to the talentless hack that claims to be a Scottish comedian.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Yes, because I want to talk about the so-called jokes some more.
Okay, pain.
Like, obviously, it's incorrect to say that punt guns are illegal in America because they're not. Because a punt gun is almost a cannon, and cannons are illegal in America.
Yes. Yes,
If
they
he'd
are.
said, if he'd said it's illegal to hunt with a punt gun,
Yeah.
well, that'd be fine. But saying that punt guns are illegal is an intentional lie, which means it's a shit joke.
Now I just want to hunt
it-
sparrows with cannons.
I'm not going to stop you,
I
Trym.
mean, if we call the French sparrows,
Can you hear the people
What do you mean?
sing?
What do you mean if?
and I still maintain that the Sultans needs to fund a ship of the line to go to all the coastal ports of the United States, armed to the teeth with actual fucking cannon, because that's it, perfectly legal.
Okay, just saying. Do you
And
want
I don't
this?
think you need. I don't think you need any form of licensing for sail vessels.
Okay, Bessic, is this before or after your transsexualization?
I mean,
During.
Texas has seaports.
It's part of the transition. It's part of the transition.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, cannons are just giant smoothbore shotguns.
Or actually, no, they're just scaled up punt guns.
Yes, correct.
Which means that they're illegal in your country.
Well, it just goes to show that punt cunt gun is on the same intellectual level as Biden.
Non-existent.
Uh-huh.
But because the driveling old shit sign crawled out of his coffin to say something stupid along the lines of, "Oh, you couldn't own a cannon." Yes, you could, you fuckwit. And not only could you do it then, you can still do it now.
What gets me is just if you look through what you have to do, you basically have to buy tax stamps and all this other rigmarole, and you can own just about anything as long as you do the paperwork and get it registered and do it all legally.
You can, as long as you get the appropriate stamps, get permission to have a destructive device.
Exactly.
I mean,
Just remember that the A10 Warthog is just a destructive device. Stick it away.
I'm just gonna say that the founding fathers intended there to be cannons atop the stair.
Well, the founding fathers, in their time, had privateers,
Yes.
fully armed battleships that were privately owned. Oh, but the founding fathers didn't intend for people to have weapons of war. No.
Yes, they did.
The way the founding fathers intended it, the USS Kitty Hawk is in fact covered by the Second Amendment.
Exactly. Because it's the old thing where know people misunderstand this mostly intentionally, but if you're a citizen of the United States, you are part of the militia by definition.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
And well-regulated, my understanding of well-regulated would mean in that much the same way as as similar things were done in England in the medieval period, after church, you go to the range. And that is mandatory.
Pretty much. Yeah, because prior to the Civil War, every county had a muster, a monthly muster, where they would, learn how to drill, how they would fight, but they all provided their own firearms and own ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a social club as well as a mandatory activity.
Yes.
To me, it sounds like a fucking hell of a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
And yes, well-regulated should, again, like it meant in England, which is, again, the Founding Fathers were practically English, so they knew about common law and traditional law. When they wrote well-regulated, they were thinking of the laws in England that said that each man must keep arms in his home in case of war.
Mm-hmm. Much like the Swiss now.
So
just without the
not
mandatory service.
Not only does the Second Amendment very clearly mean that people are allowed to have weapons of war. In fact, if you follow the Second Amendment through, the Second Amendment is more inclined to say that you must have a gun than that you can.
You're obligated to have a
Exactly.
weapon to defend yourself.
You are obligated to for the defense of the nation.
And not just the nation, but also the local community.
Yep.
Because
Well,
that
that's
was
why
the
it's a
point
militia.
of sheriffs.
Each town raises a militia.
And it's not even just a militia. It is also because of the posse comitatus clause. That means you can't use U.S. regulars as part of law enforcement. But that also means that the sheriffs have the ability to deputize anyone in a time of crisis.
Yes. And who are they going to deputize? The militia.
Exactly.
Therefore,
And,
the Second Amendment is more likely to require you to keep an AR-15 than it is to ban it.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
Basic, that means that the government can't be, totalitarian because there's an actual
Yes,
risk
it's
to
almost
them.
as if that's the point.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like the American founding fathers were smarter than politicians today.
That's not a fucking challenge.
That's because they
I-
weren't
I-
politicians.
I flush things that are smarter than modern politicians.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what you're flushing is more worth than a modern politician.
Well, it has
Yeah.
better insight.
Smells better too.
Pretty sure it touches
And
children.
less likely to rape a child as well.
Yeah, stays
And-
far
and-
enough
and
away
it-
from them too.
And it has lower alcohol content by volume.
Depends on the day, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no cocaine in my shit.
Unless illegal deals with other countries too.
We still talking about politicians here?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Again, politicians, sword of Damocles, forever and ever. I used to
No,
be more
The
lenient.
sword of Damocles is not acceptable because the sword of Damocles is survivable.
Yeah, but before I was like
Well,
temporary sword of Damocles. Thanks to you, I've just gone further. Like, oh no, sword of Damocles from from beginning till they die. And I'm pretty sure give me a year, and I'll be even more like, nah, have them for a period, then just off them. In Minecraft.
I'm rapidly getting to the point where politicians above a certain level should be prohibited from ever engaging in private business.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nancy.
And something to further torment them. Make them watch Welma.
Yes,
Dude, they
Well,
probably
they
probably
enjoy it.
love that shit.
but like, it's people like Nancy Pelosi, even fucking Trump. Anyone who gets that high needs to be prohibited from engaging in commerce after they've served their term in office.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or maybe not a blanket ban on commerce, but there needs to be some way of keeping them out of making backroom deals while they're in office for cushy bullshit afterwards. Not least of which is you not only are you not allowed in the stock market, if your family members shouldn't be either. Nancy Pelosi should be in prison for insider trade.
And outsider trading with a hammer.
Yeah, but
Yes.
if they have to actually go arrest that bitch, that means they risk unleashing the putrid stench that is held back by copious amounts of alcohol.
So you're saying she's been embalmed?
Yes.
Self-embalmed.
Yeah, self-embalmed, and within her wretched body, she holds a miasma potent enough to eradicate the entire world. She's a living bioweapon.
So you're saying that her innards are like Mindy Kaling's writing ability?
Worse. Her insides are of the same quality that Polygon's writing is.
Oof. What about G4 TV?
Non-existent.
Or the rotting corpse that was claimed to be G4 TV?
I'll say it's as good as Polygon and Kotaku. By
Oof.
that, non-existent.
That's rough.
Can you tell that I dislike those guys? Those things?
No, I can't.
No.
You sound so enamored and loving about
Yes.
all of their intimate desires to better the world.
Yes. I know. I am very progressively minded like that. Yeah, totally. I mean, the only reason I'm not saying my real opinion is because I know that this channel will be limited if I do.
I mean, that's why I'm trying to guide it back onto anything other than.
Oh, but the problem is you made me think about it, and I need to finish seething and coping over the fact that they exist.
Cope and seed, cope and seed, cope and seed forever. This musical interlude was brought to you by
The Bleach.
the following sponsors.
The Green Spring Who Talks.
Alright, dead mouse is gone.
How the
Oof.
fuck did it take you that long to get rid of a dead mouse?
Because I had to go digging for it in my cupboard.
Okay, that's fair.
But luckily, it died behind a Lysol can, so.
At
It
least
got
it had
sanitized.
at least it had the decency to die properly.
Yes, it was within arm's reach of sanitation, so.
Yeah. It just crawls over. It feels the end is coming there. It's like, oh man, I probably should die in a place that is, handy for this guy.
Isn't too inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I do love the fact that I think what poisoned it was eating fertilizer for my garden.
Darwinism.
Indeed, it fertilized itself to death.
Hey, have you heard about that chick that sued her parents for giving birth to her without her consent?
Yes, I have. That that's kind of, at least to me, speaks to the problem with modern culture is people are so eager to. It's not just law, but it's like, oh, I've got to blame someone for my self-imposed problems.
Yes, God forbid you take responsibility for your own actions.
Oh yeah, that is scary for people who have no fucking self-worth.
Yes.
Yep.
At the bare minimum, except that the person who made you fat is you.
Yes. Fucking.
I'm not necessarily even requiring you do anything about it. Just accept that the person who made you fat was you.
Oh yeah.
Bleach is sending Morse code, something about the Titanic.
Yes.
Near, far, wherever you are. What the fuck, Bleach?
I mean, I all I can say is I'm clinging to a wooden door and I've pushed the bitch off.
Come
Damn
back!
straight.
Come back!
Women and children first.
Ugh. To be fair,
Oh,
I
God,
kind of like that movie, and I watched it a lot. Though it's only the last 20 minutes.
Hey.
Oh, Trym, I thought you were a man among men.
The last 20 minutes. My favorite part is when a guy falls down and hits his crotch on the propeller and just spins the rest of the way down.
Now, my favorite part is when it ends.
Yay.
My favorite part is not even acknowledging it exists half
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, okay, Bleach is more manly than neither of us. But he's a man with
Yes.
a gun.
Exactly. I have to have my American superiority theory.
Yeah, but that is cheating though, so you get minus points.
It's not cheating if you can do it.
Let's see. How long time have it been? Oh shit, 2.5 hours already? Am I seeing this right?
Seeing what right?
How long are we going for? My site says 2.5 hours ish.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Nice.
If I get too robot-y, just let me know and I'll dip out.
That's alright. You're not a New Yorker anyway, so no need to worry about that.
Fuck New York.
Exactly. I have trained you all so well. I'm a very, very happy spring.
Yes. Now, for a real opinion about New York, please come check out Sultans of Shadowlight every Saturday.
Because why? Fuck New York.
Yes. Hey, add that to the list of stupid... No, wait, you did. I was actually suggesting California. Never mind, never mind. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure that is on the list. Oh, actually, show chat the list of stupid shit.
I don't have it.
It's in the chat for this room.
Alright.
Or the Solomon podcast stream.
Yeah, but I'm sharing the whole screen. I can't share a single thing like that.
Oh,
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
with all the illicit crow porn that Crow put in there.
ah, fuck it. I'll just put the links to the image in chat.
You do that.
Dear. I think chat will enjoy that. I think Monkey will really like it.
When
Well, here's a question.
Hmm?
Question for Trym. Have you mirrored your content on Rumble yet?
No, I haven't actually. I kind of want to ask you. I kind of
You
wanted.
sat down and did that, you dumbass.
Wait, I'm not casting to Rumble at the same time as here.
No, but you've mirrored your content.
Oh yeah, yeah. It gets sent over to Rumble when it's done. Yeah, of course it does.
Yes.
But I'm
Excellent,
not.
excellent.
I'm
So-
not daring to simulcast to Rumble at the same time as YouTube yet. I'm technologically challenged.
Well, we already knew that.
Yes. So, you know.
Yeah, it's not exactly a national secret that Trym and technology don't mix.
Wait, you guys knew?
How dare
I thought I was so subtle.
subtitle, maybe.
Well, I'm not given subtitles, so screw you. You either learn the hurdy-gurdy or you sink.
No.
I don't know. This English redub of Trym is rather interesting.
When back in day... I mean, I can speak to you in Norlish, which is basically speaking English with Norwegian enunciation. It is fucking disgusting.
I think
Yes,
we need
yes,
to.
it is.
I think. Bleach, can you hit Trym? I think he's stuck again.
Beep.
I'm-
Beep. Hello.
R2 Trym 2 needs to have his motivator realigned.
Yeah. Forcibly realigned.
Just rip it out and shove it back in.
We don't
Yeah.
need to know about your fetishes, Trym.
Wait, that's Arden's thing, isn't it?
Oh, he is like porn pop in that regard.
I think I gotta start finishing this stream soon, but the idea is to at least finish the last plates here before I call it a day.
Yeah, so I see your massive ball bag is still attached.
Yes, but I'm concealing it as a apron.
It's his crotch cloth.
Oh, man. Gird your loins, Trym. It's going to be a rough ride.
Yeah,
He has girded his loins.
I have the balls to fight the flood, while Besik has all the fun taking out the space aliens.
There's a eunuch joke in there.
Excuse
But
me,
it's hard
I
to
will
find.
point out that I am actually fighting both sides of this war at once.
Well, you're taking down. You're a pretty good anti-air, and you're using a handgun, but you're meeting some peaceful religion pretty soon.
You
I'm
do
hearing
realize
is
you're in the
Janissary.
blast radius.
I do. That's why I'm soon to regret trusting you with my back.
Apparently, blast radius got Google's attention, so there you go.
What?
Ooh.
But you'll have to unlock your device.
Now we know Benzik's safe word.
More concerningly, I think the phone is actually interested in going full jihad.
Allahu Akbar. Oh man, that reminds me about someone who did a stream once where people could donate and sounds came out. And one dude made a
Oh,
donation
no.
where it was a lady, a woman voice came out and was like, countdown to explosion. And it started peeping and it was like counting down. And everyone there just freaked out and started running while the dude who was standing there was like, shit.
Yeah, we call that overplayed for stupid points, but I think that sounds like a prank.
Yeah, it has to be
Speaking of things that should be given the French solution, internet pranksters.
And reaction channels.
Yes.
Oh, I reminded of. I had a prank pulled on me where somebody put a speaker in the woods and started playing bear sounds.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Did you shoot the
It was
speaker?
glorious, especially. Well, actually, yeah, it accidentally did get shot. Glory.
Roar. Where the hell that noise was?
Ah, dear.
Let's see. What does OBS do? Yes, it's Arden's comment.
Hey, is it NSFY? Not safe for YouTube?
Yes. Definitely SFW. Safe for work. But that's because YouTube is full of pansies. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Susan, but you and your ilk are a bunch of pansies. I hate to break it to you like that, but you're absolutely useless.
I mean, I think you're going to end up snapping into a Slim Jim with that kind of subtlety, Trym.
Slim Jim? The fuck is that?
Oh, I guess you're not familiar with the old Randy Savage Slim Jim commercials.
Not at all.
Sometimes it's so good to be an American, you have superior bad commercials to everybody else.
Oof. Well, some bonuses have to exist, I suppose.
That's why we dropped the excessive letters in our language here in the States, because we wanted to make sure we could have fun with it.
You wanted to limit the damage potential?
For the confusion for the illiterate.
So, a full third of your country? I don't remember the illiteracy rates of America, but
Despite being only 13% of the population, they represent more than 50% of the illiteracy.
I thought we were gonna go a different way, but hey.
I think Bleach has just laughed himself unconscious.
Let's see.
Yeah,
What?
I'm kind of
Yeah.
digitized my brain.
Beep, boop.
Yeah, that was so base that Bleach's internet is cut off.
Yeah, the Budens have figured out his location.
Oh, dear.
I mean, somebody's gone in and
Well, and with this, I think I'm going to call it here. What do you... Hey, Besic, what do you think so far of the thumbnail?
Bloody fantastic.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the fully finished version.
Same. My goal is to have it finished by next week. So hopefully by the weekend next week, it'll be done. No, wait, this is a new one. So by the weekend, I hope to have it finished.
Nice.
So...
We'll probably have to wait till you return from your next stint on the boat to get the game started, so we can get a bunch of videos out while you're on land, rather than having like one and then it's dead for 3 weeks. Before
yeah, we
episode
do it
2.
like a playthrough, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds good. Though unless we're stupidly lucky and manage to get in one a really good session before I leave, but hey, we'll take that as it goes.
Well, I'm not going. I don't think we're going to have sufficient time because we have a 3-week gap between episode 1 and episode 2, it's going to do really poorly.
Yeah, I mean, if we manage to do a proper game session where we can get several episodes out of one session. But we'll take that as it comes.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I would like to thank Besic and Bleach both for co-hosting with me here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the drawing so far, and looking forward to seeing the finished product as well. Besic, any closing statements? Bleach, I don't think can make any because he's halfway into transitioning to Cyberhood.
Yep, he's becoming a Cyberman.
I have decided to assimilate.
All right. Well, at least you're not screaming delete, delete every now and then, so that's decent.
No, it's exterminate. for
Haven't
fuck's sake.
No, that's
Oh, no.
Daleks.
Yes.
Well, any
But
closing
like-
words, both of you?
Yes. If you haven't already
Close.
done so, make sure you go check out the book, The Republic of the Future or Socialism and Reality, so you're all fully up to date by the time the book club comes out. You can either check it out in audiobook format or in the... So you can check out the ebook on Project Gutenberg, or you can get it in the far superior audiobook format on my channel. And you'll be all fully educated and ready for when the audiobook comes out. No, the book club comes out, rather. Which, at this rate, may need to get broken up into fucking chunks. Otherwise, we're going to have like 2.5 fucking hours of a fucking book club.
I mean, have you thought about just, scheduling drops for each chapter, essentially?
That could work.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might have to do that. Or maybe group up some chapters into 20-minute, 30-minute segments.
Yeah. Or you can make it like a playlist for each chapter. Even though each chapter becomes a few minutes, I think it would be a good idea.
No.
Oh.
That's not remotely how it works. Obviously, it will be a playlist, but what I think you're suggesting is just no.
A playlist for each book, but yeah, okay, now I see it. Never mind me.
Like, obviously,
trying.
as the episodes drop, they'll go onto the playlist, but it almost sounded like you were suggesting dropping all the episodes at once. Which, no.
No. Well, and with
well,
that...
speaking of shilling, no.
Oh.
In approximately 51 minutes on this here Art Chat channel, we will have a time-lapse dropping.
Yes. Of a certain rally driver who, by some, is considered a hallmark of his craft, and
And
by
by others, it's considered a giant cock.
yes,
Or a tiny cock.
Actually, tiny cock. Yeah.
yes. It's kind
Not
of
giant asshole.
it's kind of fun. We have a diverse range of opinions here, and I'm very okay with that.
Well, that's
I
it.
mean, all
I
I
don't
would say
care.
is
And Bleach
the
thinks he's a
giant
tool.
manatee. No, I know he's a tool because I know the man, or knew.
Well, then I want to say to everybody, thank you very much for joining. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.